We begin in France, where the pressure on President Emmanuel Macron will intensify today. Nurses say they will take to the streets in order to defend the healthcare system. Employees at the National Unemployment Agency begin a strike today as well, following days of protests which began over fuel tax increases. In many cases, the actions become violent, with one woman killed over the weekend and several others left critically injured. Libo Diseko reports.
Anger burning across France over the rising cost of fuel. Protesters known as the Yellow Vests set up roadblocks around the country, with hundreds of thousands of people taking part in demonstrations since the weekend. Diesel, which is the most commonly used fuel in French cars, has gone up 23% in the last 12 months. It's part of efforts by President Macron's government to encourage greener modes of transport. But it's led to calls for the president to go, with critics accusing him of abandoning ordinary people.
We're
very disappointed in Macron. I voted and believed in him, but now I regret it. If I had to do it again, I wouldn't vote for him.
We don't eat as we'd like to every day. It's not normal, not normal. How long will this last? I think it's not normal, so the protesters should continue.
Tempers flared as some drivers tried to force their way through the blockades. More than 500 people have been injured since the weekend. One person has died and another is fighting for their life. And yet, speaking on Monday night, the Interior Minister stopped short of calling for an end to the protests.
Sans faire de l'autoritarisme en quoi que ce soit.
I don't want to be authoritarian, but we need to focus our resources on our priority, which is the safety and security of the French people. And so I ask those who want to demonstrate to continue if they want, but without infringing on the freedom of citizens, commerce or the economy.
The careful tone, perhaps an awareness of the level of anger in the country. A recent poll showed 3/4 of people backed the Yellow Vests, with more wanting the fuel tax hikes to be reversed. With nurses to take to the streets and a strike in the public service both starting today, it looks like a tough week lies ahead for Mr. Macron and his government. Libo Diseko, BBC News.